Hey guys, it's Brody here, and thank you for joining me for Hallowvlog Episode 2, Salem Witch Trials. And now we're going to go through the Salem Witch Trials. So let's press and let's continue this video.
Puritans had found no land of milk and honey. Salem had endured 20 years of Indian wars. It was racked by internal pressures, land disputes, and deep religious divisions tore at the struggling community.
When I went with my dad, this was I really enjoyed myself with all the sights and everything, and I really had a good time. Quite of an experience. I'll be talking about that in another video. Also, I visited a couple other places in Massachusetts that will be very, very interesting to talk about.
That most things could be explained supernaturally. If you stumped your toe, or if your cow fell sick, or if your food went rotten before it should have done, there must surely be some kind of supernatural explanation for this.
Ironically, scholars believe that the witch hysteria of 1692 began in the home of a Puritan minister, the Reverend Samuel Parris. Even more surprisingly, the event which sparked the ensuing terror was a child's game. It started when the Reverend Parris's daughter, Elizabeth, and his niece, Abigail Williams, were playing a game with the household slave, Tituba.
They had been using a primitive crystal ball. This consisted of a glass of water with a raw egg broken into it. And then they would gaze into it, ask a question, and hope that images would come out or appear in the water. Well, at one of these experiments, one of the girls believed that instead of seeing the features of a wealthy, attractive future husband, she saw instead a coffin.
Besieged by apparitions of death, the girls were soon thrown into convulsions. Within days, 9 other girls in Salem were simultaneously stricken with the same mysterious affliction. Under pressure from the Reverend Parris, the girls revealed the names of 3 witches whom they said had caused their possession. Tituba, the household slave, Sarah Good, a poor beggar woman, and Sarah Osborne, a widow, rumored to have had an illicit affair with one of her servants. All 3 were outsiders in the community, easy targets for suspicion. What motivated the girls to make their astonishing accusations? What was the source of their possession?
There are 2 possible explanations of the girls' fits at Salem. One is that they were experiencing some kind of psychological malady, that they were hysterical in one way or another. The other explanation is that they were being deliberately deceptive, that they were practicing some kind of fraud.
It may have been, at least on the part of the young girls who claimed to be bewitched, a real form of social release. They were so tightly controlled, and their status in patriarchal Puritan households was so marginal that this was a way of becoming the center of attention.
Although it might seem incredible in modern times, the accusations made by the possessed girls in Salem were taken seriously by the local authorities. They set up a tribunal to investigate the charges. What compelled the local magistrates to convene these extraordinary trials? Surprisingly, some scholars believe that the trials may have concealed a political agenda.
One common explanation has been that the parents and relatives of the girls